outlaw carburetor on it with the jets it's got in it, and I couldn't even test drive it or nothing. Last night I got the second thunderstorm in 3 hours that poured down 3 inches, so I had to pack everything up, and the only thing I had to do was put the air filter on, but the screws don't fit. And what are the odds? Here's the cap for the air filter for a Weber, and there's these little clips like this. Theoretically, it takes 6 of them to hold this top on. The bottom, I'll show you. And guess what? I didn't drop them. I just stir everything in here like this. What are the odds of one of those falling through that hole in driving 50 miles or 60 to work and then back and test driving? Guess what? I'm supposed to have 6, only got 5. Look. One will fit in the hole and one bounced around and went right down the hole. It'll be fine. You can get by with 3, but they're supposed to have 6. Yeah, Ronnie fucked up there. Okay, and then watch my previous video where I'm adjusting the carburetor screws. The air, they're not a fuel screw and they're not an air screw. They're already blend of air and fuel, and how much goes into these big tubes on each side. One screw. I made a video. I had it running really good, max. I didn't know. At 74 mile an hour up a hill, just going like a son of a bitch. And then I pulled over and turned them in 1/8 of a turn. Not even, no, 1/16 of a turn, sorry. I had it running really well, and so then you keep going, and I backed them, turned them in 1/16 of a turn. Well, then I made another run, and I lost 3 miles an hour. So now I got to get my SnapOn step stool. You don't believe me? Look. That's a SnapOn $800 step stool because I can't reach the screw from this side. I got to back them back out 1/16 of an inch. And then the reason I don't have no air cleaner is because the filter is because the only thing, this is a Chinesium copy for testing. It's drilled at 4 millimeter frickin' hole, and the natural Weber takes a 5 millimeter metric hole. And I got to drill them out because it might not rain tonight for once in the last 14 days. So it might be dusty. So I got to drill out these 4 holes here to mount this plate and have my air filter, and I tap them out and put the right bolts in and make it like a Weber, even though it's a Chinese copy. But otherwise, yeah, and I got to get on my step stool, and I got to back this screw on this side and the